Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. So this video is going to be my birth story. I've been so excited to film this. Like, I love watching birth stories and vlogs, and I'm just so excited to share my birth story with you and the whole experience. This is obviously the second time I've done it, so I was interested to see how things would happen this time in comparison to last time. So today my wee boy is a week old already. I'm like, the week has just flown by. We've obviously had loads of visitors, been kept really busy with my toddler and him, but he's a week old and he is a dream. His name is Kai, for you that haven't watched any of my other videos. He was born on the 31st of July at 10 to midnight. So we just made having a July baby. We didn't really, I don't know why, but we didn't want an August baby, so I'm so happy that it did happen then. So we made it for a July baby. He was £7.8. He looked absolutely tiny compared to Cody. Cody was £8, but Cody seemed a bit more filled out, like he just looked like a bigger baby. And you probably just forget what it's like for them to be so small because it's been so long. So I've noted everything down in my phone just so I could keep a note of it. Otherwise I'd probably forget. Basically, he was born on the 31st. So on the 30th, no, so basically on the 29th, I went to my midwife appointment. She tried to she was wanting to do a sweep, but turns out that his head wasn't engaged, so I came away for that appointment feeling a bit deflated. Obviously, she couldn't do it because he wasn't engaged, and it imposes, I think there's risks if she does try and give you a sweep and he's not down enough. It can cause other complications to your waters breaking and stuff too early. It was booked in for him to be induced on the 30th at 4 o'clock. So I was starting to get a wee bit, oh, it's not going to happen naturally. Went to bed on the 30th, woke up through the night, woke up I think it was 2 in the morning, and I was getting like period-like cramps. I didn't wake Grant because I just thought there's no point, like 2 days being awake, it wasn't anything major anyway. Tried to go back to sleep. I was kind of being woken up by this kind of strong period cramp feeling every kind of 15 minutes, and it was only lasting for like 30 seconds, so it wasn't much. So I just went to sleep. I was on and off all night. I was thinking, oh, is this going to be it? So when I woke up in the morning, went to the toilet, a bit TMI, went to the toilet and I had my bloody show, mucus plug. So I thought I would just film this wee video. This morning I lost my mucus plug. And tomorrow I'm booked in from induction, so keep fingers crossed that it happens tonight before the induction. Mucus plug, whatever you want to call it. So I've heard lots of things saying it doesn't mean that labour's imminent. Some people wait weeks. So that came away, and then I actually had more of it later on. The cramping was the same. It was coming and going, wasn't regular. I was going to phone the hospital and see if I could go in early, just because I had strep B in the last pregnancy, and they told me if I went into labour naturally, I would have to go in and get antibiotics for 4 hours before, or while I was in labour basically, so I didn't need to labour at home. But I've decided just to wait until 4 o'clock because I was going in to be induced anyway, as I thought. So we dropped my wee boy Cody at his nana's, we took the dog to my mum's, and then we just headed to the hospital. So we headed to the induction ward for 4 o'clock. Grant came in with me, which was really good because last time we couldn't because of COVID. So he came in, got me settled, midwife put me in the monitor, done a check, and when she checked me, I did not expect this. I was like, what? She checked me and I was 4 centimetres dilated already, like, and she was like, you don't have to be induced. So I was like, yay! That was like amazing to hear. So she said, basically the options are, we can give you a pessary and see if your waters break, but I was like, no, I don't want to be induced if I've started going naturally. So she said, we'll give the labour ward a call and see if they've got some space for you, and they can break your waters down there and just see how things progress. So I'd actually sent Grant home because I thought it'll be a wee while, go home, get sleep, get some food, get some energy. There's no point in both of us just sitting about here until something happens. He'd went away. Literally 15 minutes later, the midwife came back saying the labour wards have got a space for you, so you'll be heading down there, so phone your partner and tell him to head up. I was like, and I'd phoned him, he'd literally just sat down on the couch, ready to chill, and I was like, it's baby time, you need to come back up. So luckily we only stay 5 minutes from hospital, so he headed back up, we met at the labour ward.
How are you feeling? Yeah. What have you got going on? What have you got?
So I've just been checked by the midwife and I am 4 centimetres dilated. So it means that I can go to the labour ward and have my waters drawn. I'm so surprised. I didn't think that I was going to be dilated. My contractions started last night. So obviously things have progressed on their own. I'm actually so happy that I've went into labour naturally on my own without having to be induced so far. So it's nearly baby time. So we got to the labour ward at quarter. Right, so this is the bit that I've started to kind of forget the times and everything. So we got down to the labour ward at 7:15. So I'm at the labour ward. I'm just going to be waiting to get my waters broken, and hopefully I can get in the pool. 7. I just kind of went on the ball, was trying to stay as active as possible. In my last labour, I did not like to sit in the bed, lie down or nothing. Like to keep active on the move. They say gravity helps as well. So when I got down there, my contractions were still mild. They were pretty much the same. She then examined me again. I was still 4 centimetres dilated. So we decided that she would break my waters. I was a bit scared about this because I just thought it was going to be agony, but I actually did not feel a thing. So I had my waters broken at 9:30. From then, we were just kind of waiting to see if things would progress. The contractions were still coming. They were starting to come closer together, but they were only lasting for 30 seconds. So as I said, from 9:30 when my waters were broken, we just kind of pottered about the room. I was having these mild to moderate contractions. They didn't seem to be ramping up or going anywhere, so she did give me about an hour and a half, and then she said that I was green pathway labour, so I could go in the pool if I wanted, and that was one of the things that I really would have liked in my birth plan. And she said we can see how quickly things progress, or you can have the hormone drip just to see if it could speed things up. I was so undecided, didn't know what to do. I feel like things were starting to get sore. I was using the gas and air. That's the only thing that I had pain relief wise, and I didn't actually feel like the gas and air helped this time, whereas with Cody I feel like it. When is it that you check again for the dilation?
It would be 4 hours after that.
It helped me a lot. So I decided to have so she started me on the oxytocin drip. I think it was about 10:30. Things did start ramping up from then. After about 20 minutes of having it, I was starting to, I don't know, it was different. Like, I was starting to, I wasn't managing the contractions really well. I was starting to panic a wee bit. The pain was quite intense in comparison to the last time. So I said to the midwife, like, it's getting far too much now. I was standing up, trying to manage contractions, standing up on the wall, and I asked her, please just get me the epidural now. Like, things seemed to have went from one extreme to the other. I asked her if she could examine me, but it wasn't at the 4 hours yet, so she couldn't examine me until, like, it was about 1:20 in the morning, when this was about 10:30, 11 o'clock. So things were ramping up. So the anaesthetist came in to see me, started telling me about the epidural, going through all the side effects, and to be honest I wasn't even listening because the pain was so bad. Like, I was like, just please do it, get it organised. I think she said it would be about half an hour to set up and stuff, so I was like, right, let's just tell me all the stuff you need to tell me and let's get this epidural in. As she was talking to me through the side effects about the epidural, and obviously having me to read and sign things, the contractions just came on so strong, like, to the point I was starting to kind of panic, and my breathing technique was like out the window basically, and I was struggling. Obviously Grant was there to help me, he was amazing, and I was standing up. I remember I was standing like over the bed. I was just trying to get in comfier positions to see if what would help. I was using the birthing comb as well. That did help a little bit, kind of distracts you. If for anyone that doesn't know, it's just a comb and you basically squeeze onto it while you're having contractions, and it kind of distracts you from the main pain. So I was kind of bending over the bed, having these contractions, and then the next minute I just remember saying to the midwife, why is my body pushing? Like, why is my body pushing? And she said, oh no, not yet, you'll be fine. And the next minute it was pushing again. Like, the way I can explain it is from, I wasn't pushing, it was my actual body, from my head to my toes, everything was just like pushing down. It was such a surreal feeling. I think with the pushing stage and stuff like that last time, I had a epidural, so I didn't feel any of it. So I was like literally pushing from my head to my toes, everything was, and I said to her, I think he's coming, like, I think this baby's coming. So she was like, go on the bed. She didn't have any birthing packs ready. The anaesthetist had to help get all that set up. She looked a bit shell-shocked, to be honest, as well. I don't think she was expecting that to happen because she thought I was going to get the epidural. So she ended up having to help with the birthing pack. The midwife was saying, I think her name was Jess, she was like, go on the bed. And the next minute, the next contraction came, but my body was just pushing, and I think the head was delivered, and I was actually really scared about the ring of fire. Everybody says that you experience like severe burning pain down below when the head or body's coming out, but for me, I didn't experience that. There was no, to be honest, it was more like a relief. When he was pushing and when he started coming out, it was relief I felt. There wasn't any burning. So his head came out, and then next minute there was another big contraction and his body was out. So from having a tiny amount of that oxytocin drip at 10:30 to 10 to midnight, he was born. Like, that was so quick, so quick. So he was born. We done some skin to skin. She didn't weigh him straight away. Done a wee bit of delayed cord clamping. Just kind of had him on my chest. Gave him a wee feed. and then she asked if he could have the vitamin K jag. So he had the vitamin K jag, which I think it just gives them loads of nutrients. Pretty much most babies get it, I think. I don't know. I don't even really remember being asked last time about it. I didn't read up on that too much. But if it's vitamins and it's going to help the baby, then why not? And then she gave me the jag to help deliver the placenta. So got that. She said usually they give it about an hour for the placenta to come away. It was time was coming on, and they kept checking and it wasn't coming. I think I tried, the midwife got me up, sitting upright in bed, and my legs opened, and she was asking me to push as if I was having a contraction and trying to get it out. I think it was about 50 minutes had gone by. I was getting a bit worried. I'd sat up in the toilet to see if gravity would help bring it down, and she said obviously if it didn't come away, then I would need to go to theatre and I would need to get an epidural or a spinal. And I was like, please, please, please. I was praying for this to come away, because after going through that, didn't actually, without any pain relief, just because of timing, I never had any time to get the pain relief, I would have been gutted to go to theatre. So basically she called for the doctor. This lady doctor came in. She got me in the position again. She was getting me to do like big pushes while she was trying to get it out, and thankfully the doctor got it. Oh, I mean, it was sore. Like, I felt that quite sore, and I think just because there was a lot of resistance, they were saying, but that was delivered, and I was like, thank God, like, thank God. So happy. So he got weighed and he was £7.8. Grant cut the cord. At this point we were just exhausted, because the night before obviously I hadn't slept. I was up having contractions every 15 minutes, and then obviously from the night before to midnight, basically, when he was born, that was me having contractions the full time. So we were exhausted, like so tired, to the point I was obviously so happy to have him, and I was so in love, but actually really needed to sleep. So actually after I had him, I got up, had a shower, because I never had any epidural or anything, so I could walk about, which was different from last time. It was so nice. I just felt so dirty, so I got in a cold shower, because the room was melting, like it was so hot. Got in a cold shower, got fresh jammies on. We stayed, he was born obviously at 10 to midnight, so we stayed in that labour ward till about 3 o'clock in the morning. They weren't in a rush to chuck us out, because basically it was only me and one other person giving birth on the labour ward that night. So Grant had to go home. The midwife helped me up to the labour ward with Kai and the suitcase and stuff. We got settled in. We actually did get quite a good sleep that night, and then Grant came up in the morning with Cody, so he is now a big brother, and he came to meet Kai. I've inserted the wee video of him meeting Kai. He was so good. Like, I was a bit nervous for him to come up. I didn't know what to expect. You don't know how they're going to react. He's 3 as well. He does understand to a certain degree, but I didn't know how he was going to react. But I got a wee video coming in, so I'll insert that on. He brought up some balloons. Like, it's so nice. So I'm glad I've Then I had to stay in for 24 hours from when Kai was born, just because I had B strep last time in my pregnancy, so they treat you like you've got it this time, even though in Scotland they don't test you for it anymore. So they kept me in, so I had loads of visitors coming up through the day, my family, Grant's family, and then we got out the following day in the morning, which was nice and early. Cody was at nursery, so me, Grant and Kai went home, got settled in, let him meet my dog Ollie, which I was a wee bit nervous about as well, because when we brought Cody home from the hospital he was a bit unsure because he'd never met a baby, but this time was much better, and he has been amazing. I don't know if you can see him here, he's lying upside down on his back. He's such a baby. So that's pretty much my birth story. Now it is just, we're just in such a wee bubble, like it's amazing. I could just stare at him all day. Wait, I'll bring him over, he's sleeping now, but I'll bring him over and let you see him. I mean, look at that little angel. He's got such dark hair as well. He was like me when I was a baby, whereas Cody was a bit more fair. Like, he has got a wee bit of jaundice, but it is getting better, much better, and he has been a little dream. So he doesn't sleep in this at night. This is just for during the day, but this is his wee snooze pod that is next to the bed. It's amazing, it rocks. And also my fave is this little cloud. It's got a wee light and it's got the white noise and it's got different sounds on it as well. So look, I actually need to bring him closer. Look, he is amazing. Oh shush, stop. The dog with the bark and the people going by is frustrating. So look. Ollie, no! Stop. Stop. I could just eat him. He actually slept so well through that video, I wasn't sure how he was going to be. He is amazing, so he's loving his milk. He is like guzzling the bottles. I don't want to overfeed him, so I don't want him to upset his stomach, because he seems to be breaking wind and all that really well. So he's been taking about 3 ounces every kind of 3 hours. Obviously if he's hungry in between that, like, he can have milk whenever he wants it. So he's sleeping really well as well. I think obviously things can change. I know nothing stays, when you get kids nothing stays, it's not always rainbows, like things change so much, so which is good, because Grant's been off work for a week now, but I think he's got 3 weeks off, so he is good with the night feeds as well. We do one each, we do turns about, so we've been up, usually feeding him about 11, another feed maybe between 2 and 3, and then between like 5 and 6, so it's actually not a lot, and it's pretty much bum changed, feed and back to sleep. So this is for now. I mean, in a couple of weeks time it could be totally different and I'll be pulling my hair out my head, but he is doing amazing. And I'm just going to finish up here, but there'll be so much more videos to come with the baby and my toddler. I think another one I want to do is things that I would highly recommend as a second time mum. My favourite buys, because there's a few things that I didn't have for Cody that have been amazing. So I'll do another video on that, and there'll be so much more videos to come. But thank you so much for watching my birth story, and I'll speak to you all soon. Oh, you darling. night. Get you fed. We'll get you changed and then we'll get you a wee bottle. Yeah.